Rice of North Carolina. Thank you, John, and thank you for being the MC extraordinaire all day today, helping bring each of us to the podium to say what's on our hearts and minds about one of the most serious challenges I think our country has faced. John Lewis, thank you. John and I came in together. Didn't take us long when we were the freshman class and we saw some reporters approaching. It was about John Lewis. It wasn't about the rest of us. John was a hero then. He's a hero now, and that it's something that has been an experience that we'll always treasure, serving with John Lewis, and we appreciate his leadership here today. Now, this is an extraordinary thing that's happened here on the floor of the House today, but extraordinary situations call for extraordinary measures. Arguably, we should have done this long ago, but something has changed. We've had the largest mass shooting in American history in Orlando, Florida. 49 people gunned down by a deranged and self-proclaimed ISIS sympathizer, someone the FBI had interviewed and monitored before. He legally had gotten his hands on a weapon that has no place outside the battlefield. Shouldn't certainly be in the hands of a potential terrorist. Now, we've heard a lot of political talk about this. People worry about the terminology the president uses when he talks about the threat that we face. We hear a lot of incendiary, inaccurate statements about a religion, 1 billion adherents international. What we haven't heard much of from our Republican friends is reasonable solutions to the threats we face as a nation from those who are intent on manipulating loopholes in our law to kill innocent Americans. Well, now we have two practical suggestions, the two bills that we're promoting here tonight, saying that people on that terrorist watch list, people suspected of terrorism, have no business buying any weapon, let alone an assault weapon, and that the porous background check law that leaves 40% of gun purchases unchecked on, that needs to be repaired. Now, some will plead the Second Amendment, but this amendment is not threatened by anything we propose, no matter how you interpret the Second Amendment. My colleagues, your right to free speech, what right is more precious than that? But that right doesn't give you the right to yell fire in a crowded theater, as a famous jurist once said. We treasure our freedom of religion, but that right doesn't give you the right to subject your child to dangerous practices. So there's nothing in the Second Amendment that says we cannot protect our communities, that we can't keep weapons out of the hands of those who vowed to destroy us. So, we are here tonight, in a sense, in memory and in honor of those 49 innocent individuals taken for us far too soon. And we're here in determination to prevent further massacres, future massacres. I want to rise particularly in memory of Shane Tomlinson. He's a native of Ms. Lowy's district, but he's a proud graduate of East Carolina University in my state. He was gunned down in this preventable massacre. I want to remember Tevin Crosby, a native of Statesville, North Carolina, whose life was taken too soon because this Congress refused to protect the American people. And then I want to close by remembering Eddie Justice, and I want you to listen to me. Eddie was a 30-year-old accountant, and he texted with his mother for what must have been the most terrifying 44 minutes any parent could possibly endure. And I'm going to read you what he texted. 2:06 a.m. Mommy, I love you. In club. They shooting. 2:07 a.m. Trapped in bathroom. Pulse, downtown. Call police. 2:09 a.m. I'm gonna die. 2:19 a.m. He's coming. I'm gonna die. 2:40 a.m. Still here in the bathroom. He has us. They need to come get us. And that was the last message. How can anybody hear those texts from a terrified son and still not be compelled to act? How can we continue to harden our hearts? Please,